we know is Bill Sukiyana. You were always with her.
I felt like she was kind of like holding me back.
How you say that?
I'm walking around miserable every day because it's like so much I want to do. Like every time it's time for me to do something, oh, we don't need to do that right now, or we gotta hold off on that.
You got a scar going down your stomach.
Yes, man. You want to see it?
Yes. Open your jacket. Show it to the... What happened?
I got cut 3 times.
You hit your daddy with the gas.
Yeah. He running up on me, like, you feel me?
Yeah.
Why you running up on me?
You meet that white woman out there, all the way out there in damn Seattle. What the fuck?
I was scamming.
Oh, these women getting pretty rough out here.
Man, let me tell you something, man. These women these days is taking over the fucking game, you hear me? Nowadays, in some households, it's the women running the household.
Social media has just turned beauty into something else. And it's like black women have gotten away from their true beauty. We don't need a lot to be beautiful.
They look like a bunch of cockroaches, big booty ants with wigs.
So was that a conflict between you and Suki? Like the surgery and stuff that she was getting?
Yeah, because I ain't like it. I ain't like it. It looked nice on me, you know what I'm saying? But,
yeah.
Bro, I ain't into all that big ass, you feel me?
Yeah. Is it hard to get back down?
Nah, niggas get tired of that, you feel me? Like,
yeah.
That's where we go to want a trick. You feel me? Now I might want to go hit something slim with a natural booty. You feel me?
Like I have a lot of like fun watching YouTubers because it's like I love what you guys do because it's long form videos as opposed to like, you know, what I do, which is like a short form. So it's like, you know, it's good. It's refreshing to see YouTube sometimes.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining us on such short notice. We are not here. I don't have no receipts I'm hiding or anything like that. I'm come in my arms over it, okay? So I don't want you thinking we're trying to nothing like that. Yeah. We just we like to celebrate people that are really doing it, especially from our community. You know what I'm saying? And you've learned to leverage and make a lot of money. You know what I'm saying, on social media, and you're doing it with your family. So we kind of wanted you to talk entrepreneurship. And at the end of the interview, I wanted you to answer some questions that some of your viewers have, but you haven't necessarily answered yet. You know where I'm going with this?
I think I do. I think I do.
But we're going to start out with, are you smart? You know?
Yes. I think I'm pretty smart now.
All right. So why not? We have LaRon Hines here, TikToker, entrepreneur, all the above. You've been seen on pretty much every single network there is, VH1, MTV, BT. I mean, you name it. Your face is everywhere. And you garnered so much fame. Currently, right now, 10 million followers on TikTok and growing. You've been featured on Forbes. I mean, do I need to just continue blowing your horn?
You don't have to, but that was a great one though. I liked it.
Okay, welcome. Now, real quick, I want to talk entrepreneurship with you because you know social media has changed a lot, right? And I'm a creator, and you're a creator, but TikTok right now is leading. I mean, they're beating out on YouTube. They're beating out every single platform. How were you able? First of all, what gave you? What made you want to start doing videos on TikTok?
Really and truly, what made me want to start doing videos was simply
Hold on for a second. Wait a minute, Laura. Shaq, can you turn him up because he's kind of low? It's Chelsea, the typing. Can you wait? Okay, cool. I just want to make sure I can hear you because you got to look real soft spoken. It's not soft spoken, but it's like it's real mellow here.
Yeah,
because I know you're not doing the entertaining. So okay, cool. So what made you want to come to TikTok and start TikTok?
Really and truly, what made me want to come to TikTok was the pandemic taking over. I mean, that was just it was something that I was already kind of doing like a little bit just for fun, but I really started to take it serious as a form of like content creation because of the pandemic. I mean, originally I was doing acting and music, and those were like great forms of creativity for me. And when the pandemic happened, like everything just shut down completely. So it's like I was just trying to find ways to like, you know, continue to be creative, continue to like, you know, get myself out there in a way, shape, or form. And TikTok was like just right there, and it was just it was really good timing. And then just like I remember one day, my mom was just telling me, because I started to do TikTok on my own, like as my own. And I grew a small following. But my mom just came in my room that she's like, I don't know what you're gonna do today, but you need to go over to that daycare and help out and do something. So I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna go to the daycare. But like in my mind, I'm like, I want to continue to make content. So I'm thinking, how can we do both? And I found this like little fun format that works for both me and the kids, and we both enjoy it, and they love it and have just as much fun as I do.
That is amazing, because that was going to be my next question. You were able to kind of bridge in your family business, your mom's
Yes,
business, the daycare, your little sister,
yes.
who is, just she's a little me. Um,
I can see it. I can see it.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
And I mean, everybody's now like just really, really benefiting from you just really just scratching this itch. And I say scratching the itch because a lot of times you have to listen to your intuition, and you got to listen heavy, despite you being pulled in various ways. You integrated it and it worked. So you mean to tell me before the pandemic, how many followers did you have on TikTok?
Before the pandemic, I was like at 900,000 followers just from like, I was doing like little videos like comedy skits, or I was doing like acting videos, singing videos, things of that nature. But when I started to do the Are You Smart content, the reason it stuck is because I saw how well my audience that I had grown from that stuff catered, like how well they like, gravitated towards it. Because like, usually when you introduce content that's out of the normal realm of what you're normally used to doing, people don't really grasp onto it. But the first video I ever posted that was like Are You Smart related did numbers. Like it was amazing. So it just really just showed me that people like it, and that's what made me continue to do it.
Okay. Okay, great. So, question. So your mom, she never saw the vision at first. She only saw you just using TikTok as a way to kind of, I guess, maybe get you some training, or to maybe kind of build you a small following in order to get more roles, but she never saw it as a lucrative business.
Yes, she didn't see it at first, and I remember I talk about her with this all the time, and I'll be like,
Mhm.
"You remember that time you used to yell at me for making TikToks because you didn't think nothing was gonna come from it?" She's like, "Yeah, I do, and you made me eat my words. I'll admit it." I'm like, so
And
we talk about it all the time.
she still has the daycare too, because you're still
She
doing Are You
does.
Smart videos with your sister.
Yes, she still does have the daycare, and
Okay.
I'm like an honorary teacher there now.
Really?
Yes,
So
whenever
you
I
still teaching at the daycare?
Well, whenever I'm at home, because now I'm living in Los Angeles, because I was living there beforehand, but the
Okay.
pandemic happened, and we moved back to Mississippi, which is why I started doing the videos. But I just moved back in February, and I go back home like a lot. Like I still think I'm in Mississippi more than I am here,
Nice, nice.
but I go back a lot, and I get to see the kids, and I spend a lot of time with them. We make our videos, we have fun. It's great for everybody.
Okay, okay, great. Now, did you see this turning into such a I mean, because it's a pretty big business you got going on here. I mean, this thing has leveraged a lot of deals for you.
It
Give
has.
me a ballpark. You don't have to tell me exactly how much you're making, because I don't want you to be like, oh, I got this in my account. But to other creators that don't think this type of lifestyle is possible, or maybe they're struggling on figuring out like what their niche is going to be, because you were really good at nailing the niche. And I talked to a lot of future creators about this. You have to be niche specific, because otherwise
Yes.
it'll be hard for people to connect with you. So if they know that they can come, it's like going to a gas station. You go to a gas station, they got snacks and gas,
Exactly. You
right?
know what you're gonna get.
You know what you're going to get. But if you're all over the
Yes.
place, it's hard for people to kind of get a feel of you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's very, and that goes into kind of underhand branding, so that it's kind of like your 30-second elevator pitch, where, can you tell someone looking at your page in under 30 seconds who you are and what you do?
Gotcha. Yes.
Right. So on an average, like before you were at 900,000, how much were you making at 900,000 as opposed to now?
To be honest, when I first started out, I wasn't getting any money. Like, that's the thing, like with social media, they kind of make it seem as if like, followers equates to money. It really doesn't. Like I didn't see my
Right.
first brand deal until I had like 2 million followers, I want to say, which is
What?
it's not the case for everybody, but that was my case. Like I didn't see my first brand deal until I was well into like 2 million followers.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
So 1 million followers, 2 million followers, and then you finally get your first brand deal.
finally got my first brand
Now, if
deal.
you
And
don't mind me asking, how much did you charge? Because I know you probably didn't know. So you
yeah,
probably
see,
just took anything. What
I
did you
didn't
charge for your
I
first
didn't
brand
know.
deal?
Like I let the brand, that was my biggest mistake. I let the brand give me their price. And the
Oh,
price that they gave me, that they were saying, okay, if you get X amount of views, like we'll give you like $10 for every like 1,000 views you get or whatever. And then like at the time, I'm like, okay, I'll do it. But that's like, I was so young. I was just starting out. I was like,
yeah,
this will be, I saw it more as like a connection thing at the moment, because it's like, if I do really well, maybe they'll want me for something else, and they'll like, let me name my price this time. That's
yeah.
kind of how I was seeing it at the time. But like, you kind of have to go into it knowing what you're like, you
So
have
they
to know
made
your
you
worth.
work. They made you work for the views, even though your stats prove that you brought in views.
Yes. Yes. That
Okay.
was,
Okay. And so, did it take that brand deal for you to learn, or was it a few more that came in to probably take advantage of you before you got it?
I feel like that brand deal taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about the one and done brand deals, because like a lot of them are one and done. Like
Hmm.
you get that one brand deal, and then they pay you for that, and then that's it. But then I got like another rude awakening when it came to like okay, we're gonna put you on this contract, and we'll give you like this amount of money each month to make this amount of videos, and like those things. Like, yeah, I had a couple companies try to give me like some like lower numbers and things of that nature, and some were declined, like because but the thing is, I was seeing that that's consistent money. That's what made me like, that was what was drawing me to it. The fact that it was a
Hmm.
consistent check.
Hmm.
But like I said, I did eventually learn that what I could be getting charged, because I would talk to, like, that's another thing. I feel like if you have like friends that are within that space, definitely talk to them, because they can put you onto some game. Because you may be having the same brand deal as your friend. They may be paying your friend like 10 times more that they're paying you. And your friend may have less followers than you, but your friend just has, they're able to they know how to negotiate their stuff. So like, really and truly, it's just all about like, making sure that your worth, and making sure that you're satisfied with what you're getting paid.
Okay. Any colorism that you suffered unknowingly being a creator, and this leads me to the brand deals, because we know for a fact that creators of color do not get the same brand deals as white creators, right?
Right.
Have you experienced that?
Okay, so in terms of colorism, I can say that I have, but the thing is, it wasn't anything that was to my knowledge. I believe, like, any creator that is of color has experienced some form of like colorism, or like, any type of prejudice against them.
Hmm.
But a lot of times we just aren't aware of it, I would say. And I believe in my situation, it may have came in a form to when I wasn't aware of it. But me personally, I can't say that I felt like, discriminated against in any way, shape, or form. I can't, not saying that it can't happen, because it can 100% happen to
But
anybody.
have you found out if a white creator got paid more, who had probably less than you, getting more on a deal that you got offered less on? Have you experienced that?
I've never experienced that. Do I doubt that? Do I think that has happened? More than likely, yes. I,
Okay, okay. I just
I
want
don't,
to ask, because
yeah,
that is a big thing, especially amongst YouTube. And
yes,
the bigger black creators have talked about that, and so it's just
yes.
a little moment of like, everybody's experience is different. So I just kind of want to see your thoughts on that, and what type of
Right.
advice you will offer to creators of color.
Any advice for creators of color? The best thing I can tell creators of color is like, continue to stay creative. Like, I feel like they kind of want us to like, be, how they always say black people are a monolith and things that aren't a monolith.
Hmm.
I feel like it's always best for us to continue to be creative, give like all different types of diverse kind of content, and just continue to, you know, do your best and 100% know your worth at all times. Because people will always try to tell you that, you're not worth what you are, but you know your worth, and you know in your heart what you're worth. So just continue to like speak on what your worth is, because no matter what, every time the price goes high, like people are always gonna like, fall out. But there will be those people that will pay for your price, and they're making up for those people that aren't paying your price.
Okay, I heard that.
Yeah.
I heard that. Now, on to your little sister, because you kind of made her a creator by default.
Yes.
How did your mom first feel about that at first when you were putting your little sister on camera?
Honestly, okay, well, she's my god sister, so we have two completely
Oh,
different moms. But
oh, okay, okay.
so really and truly, how it came about was she had this really good relationship with my mom, and her mom
Mhm.
and my mom, they knew each other pretty well. So when we first told her about it, her mom was just like, "Oh, okay," because like I guess they didn't really understand what we were doing. They thought we were just making fun little videos. But
Yeah.
then I guess once they saw how much attention the videos were getting. Like, I think we were getting interviews with like Tamron Hall, Steve Harvey, and like
Yeah.
all these other different like, platforms. And I think that's when like both her and my mom started to realize, okay, this is something really big. Like, we're really seeing some traction from this.
Mm. Now, who's managing you and your god sister? Is it your parents?
Yes, is my mom. My mom is she's one of the like she's a key part of the thing. I will say I wouldn't say she's my only manager because I do have like
Okay.
managers for acting and music as well too, but she's definitely like the biggest help when it comes to like the social media. She's always good with like telling me, I think you should do this, I think you should do that. Now with Jabria, she does play a bigger part like in hers because she's so young. I feel like
Mhm.
I'm able to pick up a lot of the slack too, so she does help out with Jabria a lot more than she does with me, but that's just because I'm able to hold my own a little bit now.
Okay, okay. Now, have you guys set up some type of trust fund for your god sister?
Yes, she does. She
Okay.
has her own bank account and everything. So she has her
Buy her,
own bank
she can buy
account.
her own Birkin.
Her own bank.
But I
Don't
hope
ask me
it's
how much she got in it because
Teflon.
they
I
won't
hope
even
she
tell me.
buying Teflon. Look.
Yes. Listen, I don't know how much she has in there either because they don't even tell me. So that's how big of a secret it
Oh,
is.
really?
Yes, but yeah, she's doing really well as all the other kids are too. But
Okay.
Jabria is like, she's becoming her own little person. So she's doing
Yeah.
she's doing really
Okay.
well.
All right. So now I saw that you did an interview with Forbes and you said that you were doing some investing. You're taking basically the money that you're making from social media, from gigs and things like that, and you are now investing heavily in real estate.
Yes.
Has that always been the goal, or is just something that you just kind of thought of? So, because when money is not being spent, it's not growing.
Right, right.
Right.
Well, see,
So,
the thing with real estate is it kind of came about from. I'm sorry, were you? I'm sorry.
no,
Okay.
I'm listening to
Oh,
you. Go ahead.
oh, well, the thing about real estate is it just kind of came about from my dad. Like
Mm,
it was his idea originally. Like he wanted to get into like apartments and being like a landlord for a lot of people and things of that nature. And when I was hearing him talk about it, I was like, you know what? That's something I would be interested in too. So it's like in a sense, me and my dad are kind of like business partners now.
hmm
To whereas like we kind of work together and it's more of a collaborative thing now. So it's been pretty good for both of us, I will say.
Okay. All right. So it's something you can see yourself doing in long term.
I feel like he plays a bigger part in it than I do 100%, but it's definitely something that I do see myself having a lot of like I see myself having a lot of like dealings in for sure because I do necessarily like it. I see it as a great form of like as a great source of income for sure because when it comes to real estate, it's just like constantly going for people. But I do see it as like one of those streams of income. I wouldn't want it to stop there at all, but I do definitely
Okay.
see it as one of those things that I have. Like they say the average millionaire has like seven. I think it's seven streams of income. I want to say it is.
hmm
So that's kind of how I would want to see myself, like having all those different streams of incomes.
Okay. All right. Any other investments? Because I know you have your music career. You just dropped a video. Tell us about your song, your new song that you just dropped.
Okay, so my new song that I just dropped, I have this song called Web of Lies. It is out on all streaming services and check out the music video as well too.
Okay.
This is actually a song that I have been working on since like I've been working on this since like the beginning of this year. I want to say it was. It's one of those things that I kind of just took a lot of time in. I saw it more as a passion project. It was something that I really wanted to do just to show people what I love to do outside of like, my social media content and things of that nature. I was just letting people see another side of me. So it was
Okay.
something that I really enjoyed doing. I took a lot of writing from like, personal experiences. Like, I get a lot of questions like, who was the song about? But like,
hmm
I really can't say it's about anybody. It's about like, just a natural experience that I may have. Now I will say there may be a couple,
You
two
see
or
my
three people in
face.
mind. It might be like two or three in mind when I'm writing the song. But like, it's not one person. I can say that.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
it's
Okay.
not one person. But
Now,
it's been yes.
I
I'm
hate to
sorry.
cut you off. No, it's okay.
Oh
It's
no.
okay.
Uh,
I'm introducing a new segment, and it's gonna be called "Prove Your Vocals." So
okay.
I want to know if you sound like the track.
All right.
Can you do some acapella for me
All
from your
right.
track?
You want me to sing my song?
Yep.
All right.
Just
I
give me
got
a
you. I
little
got
hook.
you.
It ain't got to be the whole song. We just want to know if you sound like the track because there's a lot of auto tune out here.
All right. I got you. I got you.
Okay.
Make a wish and I'll make a wish too. Got me missing you, what's the issue? Every time you come around, it's just pain. I remember you told me you loved me, you told me you want me, you told me that you're only for me. I remember you told me to miss you, you told me to kiss, you left me so shameless. Your love is like a web of lies.
Okay.
Your love has got me traumatized.
Okay. Now that was really good for being put on the spot.
Yes, I wasn't expecting it, but I
That's
tried
how
I
we
tried
do.
to
We
give you
got to
some.
prove your vocals, okay? And you have
Did I
passed.
prove them now?
You proved your vocals. You sound just like the track.
Good, good,
When we
good.
know, and you got to warm up, especially when you hit them high notes and stuff. But you sound absolutely amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, and vulnerable because a lot of people these rappers and stuff like it's like everybody want to be an artist, but they really not artists. You know, you got to
Right.
be ready at all times to if somebody asks you to sing, can you do it?
Yes.
And
Now,
you
see, the
did
thing
it.
is, that was my biggest fear with with releasing music. My biggest fear is because you see a lot of people that are within the social media space. They make all these strides in social media. They're like, okay, I've done all this big stuff. So what do I do next? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
drop a song. And it's like, it's not for everybody. Like, it's truly not for everybody. And that was my biggest fear, is that I just felt like I had to prove to people, like, I ain't just doing this just because I got followers and I know I could get the streams. Like, I'm doing this because it's something I really love,
Okay.
That's what I really
All
wanted to
right.
prove to people.
So here we go. Now that we kind of got to know you and the entrepreneur side of it, the dum da da dum. I'm gonna ask you 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. Let me see how many questions we're gonna ask you. And these questions are gonna be more for TikTok. So basically, I'm gonna ask you a question, you're gonna answer.
All right.
Boom. Okay.
All
So I
right.
don't know how many questions because my team kind of curated things that people have wanted to know. Let's start with dating. Are you dating anybody, LaRon Hines?
In terms of dating, I will say.
I don't get no text messages when you done with this interview. Go live now.
Oh no.
Don't have nobody texting you, blowing you up, and then they call me. I want to set it straight. So you gotta remember that.
I'm giving full disclaimers and honest answers only. Okay, so I am going on dates for sure. Will I say that I am dating? Not 100%, because I just feel like when it comes to dating, I feel like you kind of that's when you tie yourself to one particular individual. I will say that I am I'm in the business of testing my options out right now. I will say that.
How are the options going so far?
It's going pretty good. We have a couple in the leading of the race, but it's just we're just trying to see where things are. I'm 21. I don't know about just tying myself down just yet. So it's taking a lot for me.
Okay. So next question. I'm only doing this. You are considered Generation Z?
Yes.
Okay. So this is a Generation Z question. This is not a millennial question. I'm a millennial. You Generation Z.
All right.
I could care less.
I like to call myself a Z-millennial because I'm like right there in that middle between.
Okay. I don't want to offend. Do you have a preference?
A preference.
Or who you date?
I am straight. Yes,
okay.
I like.
All right. I wanted that to. I was like, I don't want this child thinking that I care, because then they're gonna be like, "What you worried about it for?" Nope.
It's a new age question. I can't even be mad at it. It's a new age thing.
Okay, you have to ask that. It's like now you assume, like, I see a woman down the street. I'm like, oh my God, I don't identify as a woman. I identify as a man. Well, I don't know. You understand? Okay. And another question about preference. What do you like in a girl?
Man, okay. So, I mean, I feel like the obvious is, there has to be a physical attraction 100%. But I feel like for me, it's starting
what
to
physically attracts you?
Physically attracts me. I feel like confidence is a physical thing. A lot of people don't feel like it's a physical thing, but I feel like you can see someone when someone is confident. So
Okay.
confidence is for sure one. Number two, I love a nice smile. I love a nice smile. I feel like a lot of people say that, but I really mean that. Like, you gotta have a nice smile for sure.
Okay.
But I feel like for me, it goes past physical, because
Okay.
it's like my parents talk to me about this all the time. They're like, I feel like you're at an age now to where you kind of like, and you're doing so many great things within the space that you're in. You kind of have to find you somebody that is willing to either a help you contribute to that, like, whether they work as like, whether they have their own goals or their own dreams, or whether they're there to be along for the ride and help you with your dreams. So it's like you
Mhm.
kind of have to have someone that has something going on for themselves, or they're either willing to, help you with what you have going on, and you guys kind of work as like a team, like a teamwork thing.
Okay. All right.
So
Cool.
that's one thing that I do feel like I look for sure.
All right, I like that. So another question, from your TikTok. What is the worst DM that you've ever gotten since you've
The
been?
worst
Yeah,
DM
the
that I've
worst DM,
ever gotten, man, what's the worst DM I've ever
or
gotten?
the most inappropriate DM.
Oh, okay. Listen, I have gotten pictures a couple times, very inappropriate pictures. I'm not, I'm not like my proudest moment. Like, I like, because when you get the DM and the DM request and it says like a photo and
Yeah.
it shows hidden because it's in the request. So it's like you don't know what to expect. I click on it and you got to double tap it in order to open it. So I open it, I'm like, oh wow, okay, that's what's happening here. And that kind of always stuck with me because it was just so funny because it was just no context whatsoever, just picture. Like it wasn't
Okay.
no, how you doing, no nothing.
Okay. I'm sorry. I feel bad asking a child this. I was just like, these are not my questions.
No,
My
you're good.
daughter,
You're good.
listen, I'm gonna have to ask you for a shout out to shout out my daughter because she loves you. She watches
Really?
everything. She's 15, and she watches
Wow.
everything you do. And she's like, "Oh my god, you're interviewing LeBron." I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "You don't understand. He's a big deal." And I was like, "Okay." I interview
Well,
people all
hey,
the time.
listen. I appreciate all the love and all the support. Like shout
Yeah.
shout out shout out to the daughters. Shout out
No,
to the
no, I'm
daughters out there,
gonna
y'all.
ask you for a specialized shout out. It's gonna be off record, so hold on for
I
a
got you.
second.
I got you. 100.
Yes,
percent
and let me see. So I think we asked you pre. Okay, what is your idea of a perfect first date?
A perfect first date,
Mhm.
man. I feel like for me, the best first dates are unexpected type things. Like, I feel like people
Mhm.
love to do like, they're always gonna go to the dinner, they're gonna like go to a nice dinner, go to the movies, like, the
Mhm.
typical stuff. I want to do stuff that like, not everybody is thinking of doing. Like, let's go to like a theme park. Let's go on a
Okay.
hike. Like let's do something like, fun and entertain and then that we're able to get to know each other on. Like,
So you
I
can
think.
afford you can afford to take them on dates that they've never done before because it costs money.
Oh yeah, those cost money. Like no shade to the people that got to go to Cinemark. I'm not hating on y'all. I'm just saying that's like a third date kind of thing for me. Once we kind of
Okay.
yeah, I don't like
Okay.
movies on the first date because the thing is you're watching the movie. You don't get to talk to each other and truly like pick
Okay.
each other's brains to know if
Okay.
this is a good fit or not. So I don't really like movies as a first date.
Okay. And lastly, have you ever read the five is it the five love languages? Have you ever read that book?
I haven't.
Okay. So
Uh,
love language is like touch. And then there's another one. Hold on, let me make sure I get it because I was not prepared. The question is here, but I just was not prepared to list out the five love languages.
the
So
five
hold
love
on for a
languages.
second. Yeah. And I want
Oh
to
no,
see
you
because your fans want to know what your love language is. Okay.
yes.
Hold on, real quick. Okay, all right. We're gonna find out what your love language is. So, have you ever been in love?
um, I would say yes. I would say yes. Yes, it was a minute ago, but it's definitely been there.
Okay, and did it end in heartbreak or was it something you guys just kind of?
It kind of ended a little rough, but it's no hard feelings now that we're a lot
Okay.
older. It's no
Have you ever
those.
been cheated on?
Yes.
And
I've no
what did you do when you found out?
Man, what did I do when I found out?
I'm all in your business.
Oh, this is crazy. Let's see. What did I do when I found out? Oh gosh.
Okay.
I don't even remember what I did when I found out. I feel like I was very okay. So when I found out, I was actually out of town at my uncle's funeral. So that's it was crazy enough for me already.
These little
So
girls are savage these days.
it was crazy enough for me already, man. I
Who
was just
is
like,
the
ooh,
chick? That was savage to cheat on you while you were at your uncle's funeral.
yeah, that was a
That
tough
was
one.
really gangster.
That was a tough one, yeah.
He said he ain't here. He ain't coming back for a while, so we got time. Listen. So, have you ever cried over somebody you loved? A girl?
I wouldn't say cried because I've never really been much of a person to cry, but I have like, gone into stages to where I was kind of like, you can kind of tell that I was like, hurt. I haven't cried. Come on now, give me that. Come on now. Give me that.
I was just like, you ain't never cried.
I mean, I've cried, but not over a relationship kind of thing. Cause it's like I partially like, I give a lot of the teaching to my parents. They kind of gave me this mindset to where it's like, if y'all are not married, like, if y'all don't have these like, ties to each other that are forever, everybody is temporary, like, you kind of have you can be upset about it, but that upsetness is only like, it's temporary. It's not a lasting feeling. It's very fleeting, So I feel like that's one of the reasons why I never really got super caught up in when it comes to things like relationships and things of that nature. Like, of course, everyone wants a relationship. Everyone wants to be in a good relationship. But I feel like unless we have that, like, special commitment towards each other, there's no reason for me to be like, just so hurt and so upset, like, for like days and days and days. So it's like, I took my time with it when I did, like, get my heart broken. I took my time with it. I continued to live life the best way that I possibly could. But, of course it's gonna hurt always.
Okay. All right. So the 5 love languages are words of affirmation, quality
Yes.
time, physical touch, acts of service, and receiving gifts. What is your love language?
Okay, it's definitely not gifts because I feel guilty when people get things from me immediately. So let's see, words of affirmation, probably either words of affirmation or quality time. Those two. I feel like it's between those two.
So no physical service, no physical touch, no acts of service, no receiving gifts, and no pictures in the DM that are inappropriate.
I mean, no pictures in the DM for sure. I don't mind the other things.
Okay.
Acts of service, I feel like that kind of goes along with gifts. Like, whenever people do things for me, I kind of feel like I owe them. I never, I don't know why. I just kind of have that feeling of like, maybe I owe you something now. Like, I don't know. Like,
okay. Yeah. And last question. Worst thing that you've ever gone through that was so hard for you that you thought that you wouldn't overcome, but you ended up overcoming?
The worst thing that I've been through.
Something that was just maybe so depressing, you thought you weren't going to come back from it, and you managed to come back. What was that?
Honestly, I would say, I feel like this is a good one for everybody with the pandemic, truly. Like, that was one thing for me that because when it first happened, like I said, I was doing acting and music. I just recently had gotten a new acting agent. I was getting auditions and the world shut down. I didn't know what was going to happen next because, everything was like slowing down. I was about to graduate high school and like, my parents were starting to sit me down and give me that talk. Like, listen, it's about time to like, get into a college, you might need to hold back a little bit on this like acting music stuff. And it's time to take this college stuff a little bit more seriously. So that stuff, like, I feel like that was my lowest time because I knew in my heart that I didn't really want to be in like, college because I didn't see myself benefiting from it at the time, Okay. Not saying I wouldn't go back in the future, but I just didn't see myself benefiting from it. So I feel like that was when I was at my lowest. And the way I overcame it was actually through social media and, finding myself a voice through there and finding myself another avenue of creativity.
Okay, great. Now, I think that concludes. I mean, I hope those weren't like hard questions for you, like because
they weren't too hard.
I was just like, I'm asking what your followers want to know, like not me. I know you see these in the comment section, don't you?
I do see some of them. Yes, some of them.
So we got the deets. Exclusive. We got the deets.
Exclusives.
Yes. So listen, of course, everyone here is going to be following you. We're going to be linking you below, of course. And we're going to release, this is going to be like a TikTok exclusive / YouTube exclusive and stuff like that. So we're going to make sure it goes out everywhere. The interview is officially over. However, I did want you, my daughter's name is Tantu.
All right, Tantu.
And she has a passion, like she's an actress, very creative. And she loves everything that you do because you inspire her. And I just kind of wanted you to give her some words of encouragement using her name so that mommy can earn some cool points. You feel me?
I got you.
Okay.
let me know when to go.
Go.
All right. So what's going on, Tantu? It's LaRon here. Listen, your mom, she's amazing. She's been telling me all these great things about you and all these wonderful things that you're doing. You know, you're a creative person just like me from what I'm hearing, and I love to hear that. And the best thing I can tell you is to just keep going. Don't ever give up. You know, even when you feel like, okay, this is it, I've reached rock bottom, there's no going back up, keep going, because you will elevate just like at the last second before you even expect it. So just continue to keep up, never stop, never give up, always keep going, for sure.
Oh, thank you. She probably won't yell at me for a week now. Thank you so much.
Good.
You probably remember taking your parents through hell when you was 15. Just never know what day we're gonna have. Like
you never know. That was I appreciate him for sticking it out with me though.
No, thank you. You are such a breath of fresh air. We are watching everything that you're doing. We love all the positivity. Congratulations on your NAACP award. That is absolutely amazing to be so young, 21 years old, to get an image award. So we're gonna continue to follow you. And hopefully when you see me out in LA, you be like, oh, you look, I know it's Tasha K. You shorter in person because I am short. People don't believe that when they see me. They be like, oh my God, like you're so short. So yes, just don't put me on blast when you see me. And
listen, I'm not going to put you, I get told I'm taller than people think I should be. So I get that.
How tall are you?
I'm 6 foot, but you know, they always see me next to the kids. And I'm sitting down, so when they see me next to the kids, they assume I'm like 5'8".
Yes. Okay, listen. Well, thank you so much, LaRon. You guys can follow him everywhere, and we'll reach out to your team and let you know when this is available. And I'm sure people are just gonna enjoy just getting to know you and getting another side of you. So, you know, especially the little girls out here chasing your little behind.
Yes.
So.
Yes, I'm not a fast runner, so just I don't run too fast.
Thank you. And sign it off. All you gotta do is say, "Now I gotta go." Oh no, sign it off. Say, "Are you smart?" And then wait for it. Then bye. And then say bye.
All right. Are you smart?
Oh, you know what? Hold up. I'm about to implement something. Ask me if I'm smart. Ask me a question, and we'll end it that way.
Okay.
All right. I need my moments.
All right. So, Tasha K, are you smart?
Hell yeah.
Okay. So, if you run in a race and you pass the person in second place, what place are you now in?
I'm always in first.
Okay, in my heart, always in first.
I'm always in first because in my heart, me not running is the only way to fail.
Listen, that's the best. That's the best answer, honestly. It's not the right answer, but it's the best. I will say that.
Well, what's the right answer?
Well, technically, you would be in second place then, but you know, I like that answer. It's very inspirational.
I know. It's always a
no. I'm not done yet. I got good job. I got to give you the good job now.
Thank you. I'm like, hey, failing is the only way you can fail is if you don't do it.
If you don't try, exactly.
That's
I live
right.
by that.
So thank you so much. I got my question. Just say, sign it off. Now I gotta go. Bye. Just tell the viewers that and we out.
All right, viewers. That concludes this interview. I'm out. See y'all later.
Bye. Thank you, LaRon. The Unwind with Tasha K show will now be live on on Bigo Live. We will be breaking some of the most exclusive entertainment news, so be sure to catch me Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturdays and Sundays. Remember, this is a live platform, so you need to be always ready because you never know when I'm going to hit that live button. So be sure to use the link below to catch me live all week. You never know. You know how this news be hot, so just be on time. Listen close and listen carefully. The olive leaf extract can reverse high blood pressure and diabetic high blood sugar, or the sugar as some of our grandmamas may call it. It can also kill any nasty little bugs in your bodies like parasites, bacteria, fungi, tumors, and much, much more. And if that's not enough, you can also tell certain cancers like breast, prostate, colon, liver, and skin cancer to take a seat because the olive leaf extract has been known to fight it. And their friend lupus can get it too, okay? So I need my winos to be in good health because we have some good dragging to do. So visit myoliveleaf.biz to help get your health in order. All right, winos, check out our Unwine with Tasha K store. We got sweatshirts that say, nah, I gotta go and I ain't got it. We got crop top, wine mug, water bottles. We got it all, okay? So be sure to hit that link below.
So much out there on the internet about you.
I am a rapper, a dancer, entrepreneur.
Is it true that you've been with over 2,000 men?
My body count it's not 2,000, it's over 2,000 now.
Do majority of men in your profession don't mind paying?
They'd rather pay.
Really?
If I'm a guy and I just want to fuck you, let's say you're a regular girl.
Okay.
Right? And it's like, damn, I gotta take you on a date. I gotta, finesse you for like a week or two, maybe a month, take you on all these dates, do all this, lie to you, do all this shit just to get you to have sex with me. Well, by that time, you'd already probably spent, what, 1,000, 2,000. So you do all of that just to get the pussy. You don't want nothing else after that. So you really just sat there, lied to this girl, played with her emotions. Now she in love with you or she like you, and you out on to the next. You get what I'm saying? But some guys don't want to have to go through that.
I see a lot of women that want relationships and they think like the 90-day rule works.
And there's certain men that you gonna have to deal with certain things, a certain lifestyle. I don't understand why people get with rappers and think that they just not gonna fuck other bitches.
Freestyle. Can you freestyle something for us?
Sure.
Go ahead. That's what I mic for.
Okay.
Yeah.
5,500 degrees, I'm about to go crazy. 4 pockets been full, I swear I've been that little baby. Real top tier, bitch, I make these hoes look so basic. Ain't even on my bad days, bitches will still be hating. Fuck them nevertheless, I be yelling LAX. Cuban charm on my breasts and my treasure chest. I'm ballin' like Kyrie, I get paid to be on the nets. Certified, bitch, I even got an Instagram check. No muscle, but still flex, what you expect, bitch, I'm lit. Overseas catching flights while you hoes catching fits. Diamond the body, that's all me, ain't nothing catfish. And you hoes is all cap, just another hat trick. Talking shit about me, and I'm who they wanna be. Ride around in a foreign language I don't even speak. Wishing they was in my shoes, but these shoes wasn't cheap. I candy when you see me, but just know ain't nothing sweet.
Okay. Okay.
TTV.
I see why the record labels only signing women now.